Hey there, what's up? It's your favorite tech channel, back with another video. Today we are going to talk about the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE. Now don't get me wrong, there are some good points about this phone. But as always, we are here to give you the real deal, so grab your popcorn and let's get started. First up, we need to address the elephant in the room, overheating. Believe it or not, the phone can get hotter than a summer barbecue, even during simple tasks like browsing Reddit or checking emails. As you know what's to blame? Yup, it's that Exynos 990 SoC. I mean, seriously, this thing heats up faster than you can say hot potato. When using the camera or doing a bit of gaming, the phone overheats like crazy as it can be used to iron clothes. Now let's talk about something that's been bugging me for a while, the lack of a headphone jack. It's like Samsung losing their identity and copying everything from Apple. But here's the kicker. Not only did they ditch the headphone jack, but also conveniently forgot to support analog audio adapters. What a shame. How about these cameras? Don't get me wrong, they are not at all bad, but there's definitely room for improvement. The telephoto camera, for instance, decided to skip the party when it comes to promote in video. The ultrawide camera does not have autofocus. Macro mode shots are cumbersome to capture with the telephoto camera. And we can use the telephoto camera in low light conditions when zooming at less than 10 times zoom. Hold on tight folks, cause we are diving into the Bermuda Triangle of battery life. Despite that hefty 4500 mAh battery, the S20 FE has left me scratching my head. I mean, who wants 2 to 2.5 hours of screen on time? At least it charges up pretty snappy with a 25W charger. But let's be real, that sluggish Exynos chip is having a party at our expense. I'm not sure if the issue is because of the Exynos 990 or the One UI skin this phone is running on, but in real life, this phone feels less smooth compared to the Xperia 5 Mark II, a competing device even though both have a Full HD plus 120Hz display. The Xperia has a Snapdragon 865 SoC and stock Android. Maybe that's the reason. App opening times, general usage and even gaming all feels much smoother and responsive on the Xperia 5 Mark II compared to the S20 FE. Now let's talk design. That punch hole for the front camera, it's pretty small, I'll give them that, but guess what? It's got a knack for cutting off your video watching experience, as if a part of the video is missing. Like seriously, either invest in an under display camera tech or give us a sturdy pop-up mechanism. And if all else fails, keep those damn bezels where it should be. Okay, picture this. Apple had a glass back phone back in 2010. Even after a decade, Samsung using plastic back panels on their phones is disappointing. Many YouTubers who gets paid by Samsung will say, "Oh, it's actually polycarbonate, you know? And oh, that's a good thing, it won't crack like glass and make the smartphone lighter." Then why don't their Ultra phones use plastic instead? It's easily scratched up. Selling an expensive phone with a plastic back should not be encouraged. This phone was released with a price tag of $700. A cheap $150 Redmi phone has a glass back. Now it's display type. While the brightness is alright, that diamond pencil subpixel pattern, it makes the display feel lower resolution, like 720p, even though it's a 1080p panel. Another disappointment is that many users have reported green lines, an issue common with every Samsung flagship phone since a decade. This phone does not have a proximity sensor. What a stupid move. This uses something called a virtual proximity sensor, which uses gyroscope to detect the orientation. This is unreliable and only blind fans fall for this virtual crap. They should have used an under-display proximity sensor like in the S20 series, or just have kept that damn bezel. And finally, let's talk about a quality control roller coaster. While I managed to escape unscathed, many users are facing a back panel howling yet. Whether it's weak glue or just heat wave from the processor and poor thermal management, it's causing some serious drama. And believe me, losing that IP68 rating is like losing your phone's VIP pass. Another problem is that Samsung can deny you warranty or service and say as this phone was repaired before. This has actually happened with my Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Well, there you have it folks. The no holds barred truth about the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE. Sure, there are a few positives I might cover in another video. But let's face it, these shortcomings are like an unwelcome guest at a party. Remember, knowledge is power. So stay informed before you make that smartphone decision. As always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.